So when I was excited for this one, really, and to be honest, to do it in my own way, I wouldn't say it was a very flashy episode, but I gotta say honestly, the balance between it all is amazing because I was not expecting the way it started. Um, I was expecting it to be further ahead. Of course, I have seen the last episodes where they were with the train, with the movie, that part and all. But I was expecting them to just a little bit further ahead. But they still captured the end of the moment where Rengoku died. And I think it was a couple of days or maybe a week ago where I was searching for this song that was being sung at the end in the moment where he died. Um, a little bit in between the last part where he died and when you could also heard in the back when you heard the reaction of all the uh Ashuras who got the message from the crows. um and that was very intense. I just gotta tell you, I really cried, and at this point again I was feeling that so deeply. I really was at this point where it was like, yeah, this is uh very tough, very emotional. And also, in a snap of a second, I got to tell you, in a snap of a second, you can see it with the thumbnail. There are these parts in the anime that are so funny where they just draw, of course, in a very funny, hilarious way to like exaggerate feelings or reactions. Like, how could you do something like that? This, that. You've seen the episode, maybe, probably. But I think the balance between that one, between the very hard stuff and the light, the fun of it all, is very great and well done. I've read the manga, of course. I know how what's going to come, but it's always nice to see how the animation is done and how it's brought. And I think it did it very well. Of course, capturing the beginning of it all, where it started. Um, Also with I don't know their names anymore. And even his name, I've already forgot. Muzan, of course. But then you got the third one, Akaza. I mean, that part, that captured so much tension that you just felt like even Akaza was intensely terrified, of course. Where he was not trying to get killed or doing anything stupid at all. Um, you could feel that. You could really feel that, and even I was like, "Oh dang!" He was like everything shattered, just by by the intention or his aura from Muzan, and he didn't even lift a finger or anything. Just his veins started popping, and even that already made what's his name? Kazan. Oh man, these names they make me stumble. But made him spit up blood, and it was almost like he was hit very hard. Um, he was talking, of course, about how he shouldn't be boasting about killing a Harashira, of course, because he's a human, and Muzan feels like humans are very inferior to demons, which at a point makes a little bit sense, of course, because the whole dying and healing, but of course the well not being alive when the sun is up. But in most scenarios, demons are stronger than most humans, which makes it tough, of course, because if you've seen the episode, I don't want to spoil it, but if you haven't seen the movie by now when you're watching this, of course you've seen that Rengoku died. So you could see that he could not regenerate his wounds or heal them, which is very that's the standpoint of it. But everything else between this episode, even though it was a very long episode, to be honest, I was expecting them to be already in the, also how you want to call it, red light district with all the hookers and where everything is flashy, as that Hashira guy calls it. Um, but they weren't, which isn't a bad thing. But it was not something I was expecting. Uh, and of course, this is also all new to me because it really has been a long time since I watched the anime, season one. It has been a while since I read the manga, of course, and it has been a while since I did some reviews. But I still felt like doing it because it is always like that. At least for me, it is. If you are one manga reader or anime reader, or anime watcher, whatever you are, I feel and I think that the part of the manga is the base of it all. Uh, that's the way I see it. And then it can, if it's done good, if the animation studio does it great, then the anime can make it so much more live up, make it more lively, of course. That makes sense because if you're reading something, you have to imagine it yourself. But if it's been animated, you see the movie, you see the flashes, you see the reactions, and all the sounds and the colors and everything, that creates something else. And if it's done good, it makes a heck of an experience and a great memory, of course. Um, I think they will do that probably very good. I mean, I'm not expecting any less of them. Uh, and I don't want to go into the tidbits of it all because, well, if you don't know, this is how I do my reviews and how I talk about it. And I want to keep it that way. I want to keep it light. I want to keep it clear. Um, I really enjoyed it, and that's what it is. I enjoyed it. I loved it, even though even though when I went into it, I was expecting um more fun, and well, there was also some seriousness. But to be honest, I got to say their life is serious, so it makes sense that that is in there, and it is hard to see, even with the father of Rengoku and his and his little brother struggling, of course, and he also feeling that what he's doing is not right, of course, and that makes it even worse. Oh yeah, not worse, but even tougher. Um, because we all as humans have these things where we're like, I wish I was stronger at that point, or I wish I did this. And it's, yeah, it's sad, but to be honest, you cannot do anything about that anymore. And well, it's an advice I can give, but it's also an advice I have to follow myself. Is that rather than just thinking about the things we wish we would do, it's better to just think about what you can do right now at this moment and this point. And if you can help somebody, and if you can do something, then just do it. Just help somebody. Just do it at that point. And I also like this one, and I have to look up her name because I don't know her name, but she's from the Butterfly Mansion. Kanawa, Tsuguko Kanawa. So I really love that part, and probably most of the people who watch his video are Oregum, and then I highlight this part. Makes sense. But that I really loved, where she was like that coin flip where she chose, and she was like, I I I don't make choices much, and if I have a difficult choice, I do the flip. But this moment, she was like, Tanjiro also said it like, just follow your feelings at that moment. Just do it. Do what feels right. If something is not right, just say it isn't right and it isn't correct. Stand up for somebody sometimes. And she did that, and that was amazing. Like I say, that was one of the highlights. But yeah, that's actually all I got for this one. I really enjoyed it. It was fun. Big episode, of course. Good things. So that's all I got. hope you enjoyed it. Hope you liked it. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. If you have anything to add, to say, to correct me. Oh, how did you like it? How did you love it? If you have anything else you want to say or let me know, yeah, put it down in the comments. If you want to see more of me, subscribe. Got some buttons up here and there, and you can check it out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and see you next time. Goodbye.